Sorry?
I said thanks for asking.
Yes, yes. You're welcome. Okay, so we had in the previous session, we had been continuing with the situation, right? We were discussing about
Rainy
rain,
season.
thunderstorm, right? And we will continue with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So, just a second. Okay. So yes, like I was, yes, I have. You ever seen that in real life or TV shows? So you were discussing about some of the TV shows might be that you have done, might be that you have seen, right? Okay, fine. Okay, okay. Would you get bored now? Considering the situation again, let's recall that again. There is a huge thunderstorm that strikes your city, and you and your family are stuck at home, and there is no internet and electricity, right? Now, would you get bored of these circumstances, despite the circumstances? And if yes, what would you do to get rid of your boredom?
I was trying. There won't be any electricity, so I can't even read a book.
Hmm. Might be you can light a candle to read a book.
But I can have my mobile's flashlight.
Yeah, that is another option. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can study or just go to sleep.
Yes, we can just go to sleep. Yes, let the situation do hell with what it is doing. We just go to sleep, right? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Hmm. Okay. Now, uh, what is your favorite type of weather, and why do you enjoy it so much?
Good weather. Good weather and sometimes rainy also.
Okay. The rainy but a moderate weather, right? Not that hot or not that cold.
Yeah.
Don't you like winters or summer? No. Of course,
Most
summer.
people
Nobody
like
likes summers. But what about
I
winters?
like winter
Winter. Correct. Correct. And why do you like winter?
because if we wear because if we wear some we don't feel the cold, but in some clothes still we feel hot.
Still, it be hot. Yes. Right. 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 It's hot everywhere. So summer. Nobody likes summer. Okay. Fine. And have you ever read or watched weather forecast on television or maybe somewhere? Have you watched it on television about anyone forecasting about which areas of India would there would be rainfall and in which areas it will be sunny? Have you seen such a weather forecast ever?
I didn't see the live. I just saw on mobile that what's the weather now, what will be the weather tomorrow.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Hmm. Okay. Now, if you could eradicate. Now, what do you mean by eradicate? Do you know this word? I'll write
No,
that word for you. Okay. This is the word. We know this word?
no.
No. Eradicate basically means to remove, right? To eliminate or to completely remove is called eradicate, right? To eradicate. You have got the meaning of the word?
Yes.
Yes. To completely remove, to eliminate is called eradicate, right? Like
Yes.
we always, yes, sorry,
And what was that phrase? That phrase means suddenly.
certainly, sorry.
There
The
was a
one that
phrase
phrase, I don't
you
remember
told
which
me.
one.
You told me the day before yesterday. Out in out of out in the blue spark or something like
Out
that.
of the blue. Out of the blue, right? This thunderstorm strikes the city out of the blue. Was that phrase are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yes. Out of
Yes. Out of the blue. Yes. Means out of nowhere. Yes, out of the blue.
that means
There was no
unexpected. unexpectedly.
Unexpected, correct, correct. Something that is unexpected is called out of the blue. It just happened out of the blue, right?
Yes.
Hmm. Yes, the thunderstorm struck out of the blue, where rains started to pour out of the blue, right? Because we didn't have any rainy conditions, weather conditions, and still it started to downpour, right? So, yes, okay. Eradicate, right. Now you got the meaning of eradicate. You know it? To completely destroy, to completely eliminate, to remove is called eradicate. Like, you know about COVID, of course, right? You know what happened about the corona pandemic, right? So
Yes.
during that time, all the government of all the country or all the nations were trying to eradicate the disease from the world, right? They were trying to remove or eliminate the disease from the world, right? So eradicate. Got the meaning?
Yes, I got.
Can you frame a sentence using this word eradicate?
Oh, like we were trying to eradicate the wool from the sheep.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, correct, correct. Fine, eradicate. The get rid of something, to destroy something is called eradicate. Okay. And for eradicating the COVID, actually, the vaccines were developed, right? The vaccines were invented, and gradually all of the people took the vaccine, and now everyone is mostly fine, right? So, a vaccine was introduced to eradicate corona or COVID 19, right? This is how you
Yes.
use the word. Yes. Okay, now coming back to the topic again, if you could eradicate some type of weather from nature, which one would it be?
It would be, well, it's also important. Summer is also important for the plants to grow. That's with that. So all the seasons are important. But then what's the need of winter?
Even winters are needed for fresh cultivation, fresh plantations of everything. Right. Which one do you think you could eradicate?
Oh, winter is important. There is just no plants can grow in that season.
Hmm. Autumn, spring, we don't get these weathers also, although we don't get much of autumn and spring in India. But yes, might be countries who are experiencing these weathers. So maybe we can eradicate some which are not important, not so important, right?
Spring is important. Summer also, autumn also. So I think winter.
Everything is important.
Yes, rainy season also. Monsoon. I think okay.
Monsoon. Yeah, sorry.
Winter.
Winter. So you would eradicate winter. Describe yourself as a weather, right? As a certain type of weather. Which one would it be?
It would
If you
be
can.
most of the participants. Well, okay, spring.
Spring?
Yes,
Yes, and why is it? Why do you resemble the spring?
because it will be beautiful and like in spring, most of the flowers, plants they grow.
Mm. Right, right. So most of the flowers, plants can grow.
And
Plants
it's
can grow.
it's like moderate, not
Ah, correct, correct. That is the reason you love it because it has always a moderate temperature, right?
yeah,
Yes, yes, correct.
yeah.
Right. And fine. Now, okay, okay, okay. I'll give another word to you, right? the meaning of this?
Float. It's like, I don't know, floating.
Something that, yes, floating.
He's
It
floating.
comes from the word floating, right? So something that floats on water is called a float. Floats on water is called float. Floating in water is called a float, right? Like
Float.
the boat was afloat. The boat was afloat when I saw it, right? Or anything. The boat was afloat when I saw it. Okay. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Okay. Okay. You can say that yes, she spent her 7 days afloat on a ship, afloat on a ship, or afloat on a raft, right? On a ship, on a cruise, on a raft, anything, right? Afloat. To keep afloat, to keep floating in water is called afloat, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. Now we are left with just a few seconds, right? I haven't, as usual, I haven't found any mistakes whatsoever in the words that you were speaking out, in the sentences that you were speaking out, right? Do you have any doubts? You can now go ahead.
No, I don't have any doubt.
Okay, fine. So what I'm going to do next with you is that I'm going to give you short topics, right? And you can speak spontaneously on those topics for maybe a minute, right? Or 2 minutes, whatever, right? I'm going to give you some short topics, right? So we'll discuss our topics, right?
In the next session.
Sorry?
In the next session. In the
Yeah,
next
in the next
session, you're.
session. Yes, in the next session, I'm going to give you some brief short topics. If the short topics could be related to everything, right? Anything, education maybe, or